Brena sign asobio. Yada munyana si adofonom se modem ofidie no ato ha 20 minutes after 2 live on Asempa FM. It's another brand new week, a brand new day, a Monday afternoon, the 9th day of November 2020. We want to appreciate God for making it possible for us to come your way one more time on a Monday afternoon. Asempa 94.7 FM. Suni. Your national studios, Ewon Cry, 355 Fanofa Street. Fanofa. Hey, it be back on me who bought that. Fanofa. And I say Fanofa. I say in crime, I say in Sioso. Me wa. Chum, I just say in Sioso. Fanofa. Fanofa. Good. In Sionechi. In Sioneja. Fanofa. Aha. Enti Fanofa Street. Ewo koko mlemle. Ehoni ewo. Let me thank the production team so much for making this possible. Yewo Dominic Kisi Yaboa. He's the lead producer of our show. Ably supported by Nana Chum Berema, Jackson Osei in Tiamoa, Yewo Eric Opari, baby friend with DJ Yeyo, and a Queen Star in Japan. And you know me a boy me a day, Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem Ebremo. Na any yewo other team members, and so in fact, Saoba, the head of our political affairs desk, Eyomai Hene Kwabena Asante. And Ababe can say, me hear some segment never Bremo in Chebia in the Munshan and so MIA Joada. And then so the new Patriotic Party won weekly press conferences Monday Bia Ebasono, Yebeka Kofa Ede Abremo live in the Munshan and so. MIA. You would go to the Alisa Hotel here in Accra, and the party will be speaking on almost record as far as industrialization is concerned. And now come here and be address a press conference. They be fa Eddie Abremo live. Yene former General Secretary of the NPP and the former Presidential Press Secretary Kwabena Eje Ejapon Ebeshe Eddie Nkomo. In Timunshan and so MIA, we have that exclusive one-on-one interview with him. A lot of issues. He's somebody I know you would love to listen to. Of course, Nansei Muni who said he's been on the campaign trail with President Nana Akufo-Addo. What informed that? I didn't waba back at this time. What does the future hold for him? The suspension and Yoma could say, Nina Yan Komoa, Yebeshena, Yetumino, Eddie. Mumbe pronounce the questions Abasi Yemusano, and Fa Emma will do just that for you. Into Munshanenson, Emma in 23 after 2. And you're not be a D1 awoda and round so a be a D1 awoda. And let me, on my own behalf, say a happy birthday. In fact, it's a belated happy birthday to you. Fred Bimble Johnson. Fred, a public relations officer, Emma ECG, Accra West Region. Fred Bimble Johnson, baby, now friend, Pasino man. Pasino, belated happy birthday to you. Live to be 94.7 and beyond. I believe you had a great day yesterday. Belated happy birthday one more time. Thank you. Thank you for everything. We say Obi, welcome. Happy birthday to Mr. Ernest Asameni Ampofo in South Korea. Oi. May God bless him from Sir Prince, Rosina Esi, and the entire family in Amanase. Also coming through with this one. Let me see the other ones. We have a happy birthday to Richard Yeboah Chumesi of Interplast, popularly known as Ebo Chumesi from Walanyo in Akwetia, and he would want to wish you a happy birthday, Richard Yeboah Chumesi or Interplast. Happy birthday. We say, Obi, kindly wish my mom, Irene Helena Halm of Dansoman, a happy birthday for me. Nana Ifua Frema coming through with this one to her mom, Irene Helena Halm or Dansoman. Happy birthday to you. I'm told you are 74 years old today. 74 years. Nyamie Shrao, 74 years old. Happy birthday. And have a good one. Let me see the other ones we have here. We say, good afternoon, Obi. Please wish Honorable Janet Tulasi Mensah MCE for Ga East Municipal Assembly, a happy birthday. God richly bless her. Ernest Ewo Taifa, and anyway, about Honorable Janet Tulasi Mensa, MCE for the Ga East Municipal Assembly, happy birthday to you. Obi, help me wish my daughter Habiba Jamal a happy birthday. We're free Jamal Suraj, or Bronx in New York. And it's going out to you, Habiba Jamal. Happy birthday coming through from your dad, who is in Bronx, New York. Let me see the other ones we have here. Okay. We say, good afternoon, Obi. Please permit me to use your medium to announce to your cherished viewers and listeners, particularly members of the NDC, that one of their own and a regular texter on your show, Alhaji Muhammad Hamza Tufero, lost his dear wife and son last week. Wow. The same time, that should be heart-wrenching. Or say, last week Thursday, and has been buried according to Islamic tradition. The Adwa is this week, Thursday, 13th November 2020, at Pig Farm near Ebony Hotel. All are cordially invited. Alfred Kojo Traders, and the way Abainti. Accept our condolences, Mohammed Hamza Tufero Alhaji. It should be a difficult moment for you, but God is in control. Bibia ebe yadase papa. Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem 94.7 FM. We always love to come out and serve you. Inti yababiana yeni ajinowin say you are doing the listening. And then some wo mabobo the ewoma mo esu yebekwa ko fa MPP press conference. Sanso and you know, the former General Secretary of the NDC will join us in the studio near Ononswe to me at the Nkomo. And then there is a response from the Special Prosecutor to the former President John Dramani Mahama. I would read out that statement for you. But Bebusa say a day cry na enam soma Special Prosecutor this our statement na aba mebo back that voice na iwia ya kind statement at the amamo into Monshan. So on my hand kwabna sante akwa bana pom to say.
Well, Special Prosecutor in the office is not just to respond to the former president. The president former president chose certain words to describe him or his office, which is very unfortunate. Mm-hmm. But our Juma Danosua, it is not just about government official, one Airbus, and Juma Bibriwa. If he thinks that Nyomebia Kosua, Enye Papa, or what dance ye bit me, Amne tu anamo esefata. Those back and forth. Now it is at the airbocha killing. And this is a country that we are ruling. Into enough of Wetuma we know we are to. That's not how you perceive who's a normal echo. Into yes, whatever response or no. So Susu Beboa am yet me hundipa or none abogana kawa kwine bisufa airbus. That is what we want to hear. But he's not there to respond to the former president. Even though the president responds to him, describing the act or his person as whether stupid or whatever. Mm-hmm. Very, very unfortunate, very unpresidential. You cannot run away from that fact. Iti misre, sa office near officer, a buyer, and an ebano. You be who say the bold step taken by Nanado Danko Kufuadono. Ebeboa ama ehum kesia beto. Nia ye wa adwini bi se. Ebesi afa kwati kwan edinye sika na ebu oman no ebu kata enti misre no epistles ne articles ne rejoinders ne all those things no in all humility I suggest that onto anamo ebemiyen na enye we tu na we atuaba na the Ghana demands more.
Under the circumstance, what should he have done?
Well, I think that so should say John Dramani Mahama and a government official one. What is there for him to do? He should do it. Apart from that, so you cannot. No, but I'm saying that, to me, Trump is not above the laws of the United States. Neither is the former President John Dramani Mahama above the laws of Ghana. So you should say we are dance here enough. Then powers need man as HSA. You should say we are dance here enough for HSA. John Dramani Mahama. Don't give room for certain suspicions. I'm doing my job. So what is the problem again? If you have assessed a Japa and you've seen the flaws and you've done recommendations and come back to Parliament, rectify those flaws now. If you've done same to Airbus now, let's follow what the law tells us to do. Your suggestions, President Ditumna said Maransi and Fankwa, because John Dramani Mahama, humility is not bigger than the laws of Ghana.
Yeah, but say Utie ne recommendations in the Ejapa report.
Yeah.
He makes the point, sir. Why investigations on Airbus Aquacudum Pempenso?
Yeah.
In Pempenso Aquacuduno, I was so tunsa a former president. But Osha timing na.
So why the talk?
In the laboratory. Osha timing na, timing no enye. Because he about elections. And
Yeah.
he is the leader of the largest opposition party. In Tisobe Bibimpo, it should be after the elections. And then former President Mahama comes to respond, say, Edikan, the mere fact in Posa Wuye Japan Wasem, now the Airbus Ababeka or Chiasia Enye. Number two, this whole thing about elections, if I've done anything wrong, don't be a coward.
Of course.
Call me.
Of course, that's what I was coming to.
And for election,
Who the election between Japan? Yeah.
And also the response, Abba said, made the election here because I understand national security and the implications thereof. Says, yeah, to abano. Ukotun suffer the largest opposition party leader. Confusion at the my yimono. And
so he knew about this, yeah. Why did he then say government official one a former president? If he knew about the implications,
yes.
Why did he make that statement?
That's a judgment.
If he knew about that implication,
he has to.
Let's stop this.
Yeah.
If why you enough to demonstrate, your mind be crying and you may be crying to say no crap pass the all see Kenya. What's wrong with calling him to say Zakrachi? This is what we have found. Who has can quickly call? If you know that the timing is a challenge, why then call out that name for what?
The name, which name?
That government official one is the former president. Why?
Yeah, or say a person to investigations.
Oh, please. Oh,
and the investigations has revealed.
He has not helped the situation. To me. So when you say, brain now, this and come keep your peace.
Then you come.
Yes. Keep your peace. Whether there's change of government or a idea way to us. Once the investigation is still there and it's ongoing, no, baby at that office, no, you are secured. It you bet me at us. Now, but to hold you to Musa, I know what's the meaning of that. We have another time and national security implications. You knew it that even the mere fact that you've talked about government official one as John Dramani Mahama, former president, you knew the implications already. So who person called that line there? Then ubo dini we now they are dancing about say scratching patch bra. Now you say bet me abobo nyoma me hunu now so match from period. But if you knew that the timing was wrong, why call out the name? When you cannot continue with what you are doing, because him so cartoons are friend 1, 2, 3 ebi identity so whatever. Young no mind no na nya bibia office bia na sebe men case sa na yakwe but akoye te say bibia no ye pe some coloration bia ebe my suspicion na ye quite political. And that office you cannot say political.
Yeah.
Yen deactivated those kind of political links from it. Obeye na juma na oye on hwese prepare your betimi aba. The suspicion already in this town already. MPP and press conference.
Yeah.
They talked about John Dramani Mahama, former president, as surely being the government official one. But at that general political talk, they should keep talking. But when the special prosecutor's office is emphatic, it's a different matter altogether.
Yeah, but in any statement, for example, he makes the point, sir. Okay. In view of the fact that I was making an assessment report on Ejapa and other related matters thereto, I found it necessary to make observations on other matters related thereto on which discrete analysis of the risk of corruption and anti-corruption assessment had been undertaken, leading to investigations to demonstrate the essence of anti-corruption assessment. The evidence gathered, Theo, in the case of the Republic versus Samuel Adams Mahama and others, point to one and only one person as government official one. His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama, the former Vice President of Ghana, is the elected government official one. The evidence also discloses that John Dramani Mahama, described as former president of plot number 6 North Street, blah, 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 or the P.O. Box, was the first guarantor with Alfred Abdullahi Mahama, falsely described as a civil servant, also of plot number into the same address, as the second guarantor to the application of Samuel Adam Mahama, described as project manager, also of plot the same address, for a Ghanaian passport. Former President John Mahama and his elder brother, Alfred Abdullahi Mahama, both knew that Samuel Adam Mahama had not attended the University of Ghana from 6th January 1992 to 4th November 1994, but nonetheless guaranteed the application, verifying the statement contained in the application for the Ghanaian passport. These were all done in furtherance of corruption and corruption-related offences. And these are some very serious.
So that's what I'm saying. Bottom line is that
no, for now, the Osei will exercise his judgment not to pursue it now.
Yeah, Obi.
But until after.
And one can say raise a matter of national security as one key reason.
Yeah.
And Nuntia on to pursue.
Yeah.
But what hang the system?
But when you say the Ejapa report, no,
yeah,
one provided all these details. So
Ejapa was assessing the flaws.
No, make that one paragraph now about Airbus.
Yeah.
He did not provide all
these details. Yes.
In the sad details, we're not Abba because of the response from the former president.
But that's what I'm saying, that the former president doesn't matter cultural.
Yeah.
Then the cultural point blank. Now we interview one of the NDC lawyers. The cultural say, it's impossible that Ghana to a Namoa Koto a Japadie be a say. You bet me I say the president as of that time ain't aware of it. It's not possible. And not possible say be a Namon pa ye to a and normal thing ye to. Adia sunku ye to ama my Ghana. Edimusano. The president then cannot say that he's not aware. Ebia or more delegated powers more. He knows them. Ebia mana montona atosia. We can discuss it. But for the president to say that he has no idea about it, that one and Tosumu. And the entire many Amidu Kasan say, we're raising a very important issue to him. Say he thinks that the timing and national security implications, election year, and all culminates. So, therefore, why do you, if you cannot proceed, why do you bring this information out? Just for us to know that government official one, John Dramani, and we are said on Waka, we are not in normal times. We are not in normal times. Ebasape na wajuma na oyeno. One manipa binuma shasiye enya kwine wanwa. Ome resist certain levels of suspicion enya papa.
My worry with this statement, no, the tone. I think the tone is a bit too abrasive. Of course, of course.
Or check when a former president should end in the Kasai.
No, and I make us occupy the office of the special prosecutor because of the mandate you have and what you expected to do. No, you should exercise right judgment at all times. Of course, former president so said Nancy Professor Jampo can say the response and some of the choice of words unprecedented. I mean, to go as far as saying describing the way as stupidity was a bit off.
What stupidity is this? You know,
it was a bit off. But I think Martin Amidu, because of the information he holds, because Utie when we across a buffonti with the information more.
Yes, and the make
pin you down.
But that's why make us hope happen. Now office no a loosen his team, no. Now former president so loosen his team. Then it becomes the former president's office and then OSP. But no deal. Because the issue about Airbus, no. No maybe a akoswa enye papa nyina no. Those things are and a nipe play that role, no. They should be held responsible. A man no. Adia bako adi enyane say ye be boso pass ya then ye jano ho
and I think going forward because with him my worry is there are some very serious allegations in this statement about the fact that when I say fail passport form na say me na me guarantee amawa what it means is say I'm guaranteeing say information I was providing in an no correct in this my guarantee am na say kokko hu say what information share so say who call Legon. And special prosecutor said, "What troll letter come Legon?" Say, "Omo show omo record say obi by school ho between 92 and 94. A friend Samuel Adam Mahama Legon for say obi any ho by school."
Well, was able to ask me make a no the same thing.
No, meba. And these are very serious allegations, and he has also extended an invitation to the former president. Say, voluntarily opa onfa ono ane lawyers me no mumra special prosecutor office. Emrame responded to some of these allegations. I don't know if that's the right way to invite the former president, but we should get to a level Obiabetin was in the interest of our country.
Exactly my point.
And to make sure that we set the right example.
Exactly my point.
Yempe kwine be fast we're dealing with this.
Because I say picture now I'm painting and say as if so no was bia make sure former you know that is not what we want.
Because Osha baby characterization be an ewaha or say your excellency the wise and brave former president Mahama.
Look at this.
You know, and it's because former president friend is only a coward.
Look at this.
It also just okay. Oh, now you're brave.
Yeah.
And we are brave. They are bra. For our lawyers, me no bra.
So we are reducing the office to that kind of personality attack. That's my argument. That's my argument because one can say, "What dance here? Dimu say." Wo se one person obetimi atu sa na mo nya say uni akokodu no nemo mebre na ewo mu no wana mo ntuo ni ba esi ntobeba. Then you decide that you will bring out this information knowing very well that also said bra ye wo mu nya bra e say otu anamo say otu. Why bring this information? Just to muddy the waters, just to create chaos, to create confusion, or to make somebody feel what? Uncomfortable? Just uncomfortable? If indeed John Dramani Mahama and then the allies na etu anamo anya ni so on my gun and shisha any mra no ewo akwanya wo wa ebetim na faso na me repeat biem some of these styles na de ye abaya juma Ghana juma no these styles no emane reasonably political. You can read into it ebi na nyesa na tie but se mama san frama ne ntokro ne bede da ho a eno na sha se ma nipa bi ne mo dwede se na monto ye free board government official wa na ye de that's what no so catch that say ye board government official wa na da na eti ono no wakoye wa Japan wia and now the government just let me choose his words just to neutralize the system. And so as because we cannot purchase Airbus and this company is in about just like that.
But I don't also know because I remember say former President Kasano, he also dared the special prosecutor say so what will be about me? I go ahead and investigate.
But clearly you should know that the former president knows better that baby Ojinano, the special prosecutor, just like special prosecutor can. You should know better that any idea or your mistake be say from the biggest opposition party 20 days or so to elections.
Well,
Kofrene.
No, in the former president, and then not or then I and Martin Amidu so say.
But that office,
what there media and there were no lawyers.
No, but that office is not supposed to be reduced to that kind of former president and Martin Amidu. And your mummy no office, a Ghana office. So what I say, and they know clearly. Amidu knows clearly that on to me attempt to cross out the papa no ekojina court and I say, and yes, papa no brum so. You are doing now quite by the nyansa too. You think of the bigger picture. So what I say, in the elections are go away. That office is still there. The issues are still relevant. We still need to discuss it.
I'll share this paragraph. I'll say, Your Excellency, the wise and the brave former President John Mahama, if you really assert that there is no piece of evidence showing that you are elected government official one, why do you not simply voluntarily come to be cautioned, be interrogated and confronted with the evidence against you?
But you know the implications. It says, of course, now interrogating her. You know the headlines and the implications in times like this. Yes, that's what I say. A brain now did this and come away. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They should cease fire. And let the processes not take it.
Yeah,
if it's necessary, say,
but sometimes, sometimes any day crowd why I said so I say, and you want say, Sabi, Abia, Papa Nankasa Bitua, and Mwaka former president, Mr. Give me your time. Na member minimi team. You say, no, maybe I better to Jano. You want to boom, you know, that office is not a normal office. The office of a former president, and not just any office. And you cannot also run him down like any ordinary human being.
Of course.
Those who think that Nana the baby over till that cannot come, it's not true. That is why I say those who have occupied that August seat, no, as I said, Ghana need this year piano, and the man. And check after 8 years or after first term, Nana will be a former. Or your former Nivea, and Nidia, a say fata, so be our baby man paying pen. And said, that does not mean. That's an amamu brand no maybe koya touchwa yentimi mfanye de emfamra kwanso. No, there's a big difference, but we need to respect those occupants of those seats. Very, very relevant. Said yen reduce the office to a former president and then Amidu instead of Amidu's office of the special prosecutor Ghana and any Nipedia John Dramani Mahama, who happens to get the privilege to be a former president of the land, who is not above the laws of the land. But Obiemu said, then the suspicion levels are brave and wise. And then somebody will come, what stupidity is this? I'm daring you. Why? Why do we do this to ourselves?
Because I think I don't know, but just maybe, say former president and responded the way he did. Maybe we would not have gotten here.
But
And again, Sanka, Amido so I'm for that paragraph now. I'm share.
Yeah, but because unya public officer.
Yeah.
Self-restraint or self-control
Very
is
important.
key.
Very
Now,
important.
Chief Justice no me kafano.
Yeah.
Even your small office you occupy here. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Why do we say that? Look at the demeanor of the new guy in US, Biden. Look at the demeanor of Trump.
Yeah.
It is a who you'll be not social conform anywhere. Papa no cry or Kasana or it's all to Trump you or Kasakra share nipa bayan. So on more than cry nipa bayan ketimika just where do you bet me in such rights from me about? Yeah. But how should be sure you come sit down. Hey, foolish. No, I'm not like it's unpresidential. That's the clear difference. The office should not be reduced to personality attacks. If there's any issue, once you admit that timing is the problem or the challenge, keep it to yourself after everything.
Election,
because
at the right time.
Yes, because we'll be able to say that at the end of it's purposely a term. But
I think what I found comforting was the last paragraph. Or say my 64-page Ejapa Royalties Limited report demonstrate clearly that nobody can use me against another citizen. Former President Mahama should go back and listen to the vetting by Parliament of the Special Prosecutor and the Special Prosecutor's interview with Time with David Ampofo to be assured that crime will always remain crime, no matter whose ass is God. My friendship and my friendship with the Minister of Finance never stopped me from making a professional assessment on the conduct of the Ministry of Finance in the 64-page Ejapa assessment report.
Obi.
I have no brother or friend when it comes to my crusade against preventing corruption and fighting corruption.
Obi.
Ghana first, always.
It's not true. Mamen Kasem Chiro say that office nankasa okotina. Ye hwe obi a na ye pen na. Clearly enyo no be boss a trumpet you akire. Ya di nipa bebre ba na de ti de kofa ho no. Efri so no ana Ghana nyina true man payin hunu say. O say fata sa office ho. It we have admitted. Say owo esu ni ban bi a edan so. Say obe occupy that office. And yes should be say brave and wise former president, while the former president was also attacked. That office uniqueness. Martin Amidu.
Now, but what he wants to highlight with this paragraph
so even I don't confer that
no, what he's highlighting with this paragraph, let's say, he cannot be pushed and tossed around by politicians. Because Madame Fone finance minister,
what is the criteria? And so what? The office does not give you that permission.
To do what?
To do what you think you can do. It's not true. Special prosecutor, when the catcher says, will be no money in him. Obi or down for TDN. That office they catch or money or down for TDN. So it is no achievement. What it tells us is that Obi or Obekwa special prosecutor who are those qualities. So it is no news. Any news or down for this finance in TDN. Now, because you need to down for Nana. What down for the end this your mama and rollers in TDN.
No, but enti semetimia shenenim aya report be
in the first place. And can you Timmy Kran Kotna office? If you never had those qualities, can you Timmy Kotna office? So these are the qualities that the office expects anybody who occupies to exhibit. It's no news. Who call as a university? Yes, if for SHS, your requirements are for you qualify with your SHS requirement. What we are? Also, the make crime in one asterisk. Now one asterisk, no, and then the more university. Before you occupy that seat, you will look out for. Ghana, through the president, now you look out for you to occupy that office. No, now was no money. If you were boss at Trump, ready. Other Islander. You have worked with the National Democratic before. You worked with other seasoned lawyers in the MPP before. You have friends who go to school, who are yire, who are ma, who are namfor. But office the same. And Shegana, Nedi Juma, fata. Even when the president was ushering you into that office, or Kachira will say, where you are Kwenyama will say, be proved, will say, A, B, C, D. So trumpeting that the finance minister is or was your friend is irrelevant because the office itself is a requirement. And you're not going to
so you stay above.
You stay above. And you're not going to Enyo.
But one other a year or touch on Bebrinanka M'Ahiasem was, in relation to, yes, I think he touched on, even in the Japan report, when he said or touch on Ejenim Boatin Eje, PPA, boss, investigation, Bibi Akwa could do. He also touched on, in fact, I'll say the office also has an ongoing investigations. And where I'm reading from the Ejapa Analysis and Assessment Report, October 15, 2020, I'll say this office also has ongoing investigations against Ejenim Boatin Eje, the suspended chief executive officer of the PPA. Or your investigations on the National Lotteries Authority, Charles Bissiu, and others. Or say an issue of identity which needs resolution has held up the Bissiu case still. An issue of identity which needs resolution has held up the Bissiu case. Or say, the members of Parliament vehicle loan affair, which affect members of Parliament from both sides of Parliament, is still pending. A decision on whether or not to prosecute due to unjustifiable delay by secondary staff is in carrying out instructions for clarification into certain pertinent issues. But my interest in Charles Bissiu in sense seminal. And so what Charles Bissiu, because I think, to be fair to Charles, if there is an issue of identity which needs resolution and I hold the up case it's not fair to him because there is suspension on him. He has resigned.
Well, that's what I catch was
his name is out there.
Well, and then I make catch was a special prosecutor office and she be a nana to say so I show my hin na obi ma but for whatever reasons change so my those tips of the iceberg and we ubaba out what we ojumadi ubaba out so they be misrepresented adia oye and again for instance say the oka say or analyze now or sashe a Japan deal people I don't know whether a criminal prosecution or you move for that or
for a Japan deal.
For a Japan
they assess it was not even an investigation.
So these matters we should take our time. Then we have a good conversation around it. And then we can know the Sibra say A, B, C, D. Special prosecutor me say no. The office no be answer and say change I'm way and I'm into you. In some now be go on you say O2 and amount. It takes reasonable time. And some what me finality on certain issues. But so one here now Magana push you. Yeah, team and phone push you there. Or they have big jobs and it to affect your business. So what I say?
One other thing.
What could really Charles Bissiu as me? An issue of identity.
Obi identity.
No. A brand here. And I confused.
Onim. And I think it's something. Was also a human right.
Why?
And his human right would have to be respected. I mean.
So what does it mean when he say he gives us this hanging conclusion on Charles Bissiu? What does it mean?
Just Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem.
Yeah, we don't need this information.
He's hanging, and somebody sent a very interesting message. I say, Obi, in the Charles Bissiu's case, he stepped aside willingly for investigations to be carried out. So the delay is a clear infringement of his human rights. The case has been ongoing for almost 2 years. The police exonerated him for lack of evidence, and also Anas and his Tiger Eye team were not cooperating with the police. So whose identity in Charles Bissiu's case is the issue here?
But
so if the identity of the ordinary, is not unraveled, who would he be under investigations Senedine? And I just say, or say nipa chrono identity they say yeah not just a Charles Bissiu case no.
But that's what me catch us say. Who did no be say ba many Charles Bissiu made you that you have not been fair to me. Ma veli me ho merci for me ankasa merci ma ba uto safra me come me ba dem beza mu kabia bunka. Udo we ya o say essence say nipa bi ho asem ye kan aye kana kakrenti no enya de betime tu anamo yegusu aye twetwe so. Wo ye say ya emwa and these tips are already mama nyina no obi an share yourself for tips if you follow political parties they will push you to press a certain knob or button emwa wankasa wadwuma wo ye. It's a very serious office. It's a unique office. It's a special office that comes with a certain reverence and clout. Into a nyasa kwanyano any privilege tia kunyano so. Who said on where can is the Ghana interest first. Already no. Say Ghana interest the Ghana for who's obit mabe server and as office requirement unqualified obit now. That's the criteria.
Yeah.
It was able to make plead with Yewura Martin Amidu.
Open the full name and
Tintino.
Martin Benz Kaiser Alamisi Amidu.
And one.
Now the Esquire, not so. Lawyer name up.
It's even really do. Well, there are the suit I also do. Who's there? Or a Ghana first time.
Who the suit? President S20.
Yeah.
Oh, that suit was powerful.
It was good.
That suit was
Yeah,
really
I heard the watch. I heard the about Ghana first, Jumo. So, you better not say, but we'll say that. All Henry and Shas Yanka say or follow short or Nejuma or especially when the former president Ubusa and the question saying to your boss our office no obetwem and also obey then or say there be untwem oba to us our office because a very useful office. It's your best say era Martin Abidu say on to na more ebema suspicion levels no above form reasonably. It you am supposed to call MP for one.
Oh no, you go so your money better to and to tom pay
and then we've sat here several times. You remember so probably at the right time, and then the recommendations, the assessment of the Japan, what has gone wrong, and the recommendation that go back to Parliament, and the suspicion that and the minority is also raising, and all those matters. No, you remember Mijili say Abia Wednesday. One unique thing, Mijili say Wednesday, and they say let's settle. Who
the debate really, on who ended doom so
I think that we should have a conversation around it. Near who say why and end doom so and I'm on two na A and as a B2 year assume see and as or been 2 year. We should get to that point where we will not be misled or misrepresented by political parties and politicians.
Left for the parties alone.
Exactly.
Be a candidate.
Exactly.
But I think the data is there. The data is there. We are perusing the data. Wednesday we'll settle that debate.
And no nebeboa amaye hu say amanyo sem ni amanyo kufo ni binom no ono se mom kekana na exist so it will be very important. Wednesday that matter should be settled.
We'll settle it
exactly again yambra back to president no and komodi on this matter of increasing figures or numbers in relation to COVID.
Yes,
obi mesre say my international being because even just president suggest or follow up with the suggestion say lock it down and sema hodu agana for kai na ahomte etimisre say obian continue observe the protocols as required. And Miriamfi said the social distancing and Biden led the way. Style of the campaign. Me know what I catch there is say say COVID they will devise means to do their campaign. Both political parties. Omotifaso. Yensu na yema omotifaso. Yen yema omotifaso. So that's the problem. Yani edi actually. Mesre obi amani san obi. Senka ofa COVID na nka ma me so enko obi so anka we don't have a problem. But ofa ebetimi asan nipa o very ignorant and innocent. It mesre. Say president asa kai bi ma yina erefie ho. Ye sanitizer, ye tissue, ye social distancing, and all those things. Some can say it's on Ghanaian. It's on Ghanaian because.
Well, I was thinking that a habit, Papa, and I was like,
exactly.
Even after COVID, no.
What has happened is that Obi, say assemble my way more. It is assemble better the body century.
Yeah.
Kikiri. Yeah, she is Sibre. Yeah, just you. So indeed, if we have anything lessons to learn, and my chance, Emma be being busy. As an akofa problem for Ediaba. But you should call MP before the Baba.
But into your call Alisa Hotel, Nana Comia Ashasi Ekasa, your best rate here for so some fan chain. The delay was due to some technical reasons. But see, and Neoma Atotom in the Alisa Hotel, Nana Comia is speaking about the industrialization drive of this government. Ye free hoba Kwabena Eje Japan.